Welcome back.
Welcome back for more Chrono Trigger.
Thanks for the warning, Mune. Thanks for telling us that there's something evil coming up.
As if that wasn't a big duh.
Eh, boy, she wants to raise the man machine's power output to maximum.
Gee, doesn't the machine look kind of similar to one of Lavos's forms?
No, it's actually supposed to be a giant version of the crest of Zeal, because the man machine's design is on the doors and stuff. Oh,
Which oddly would be inspired by Lavos.
I guess. Anyway, Jin and Bargast. One monster acts as a shield.
You kill one, the other takes little to no damage. The other one just...
Yeah, destroy Bargast and Jin's shield is destroyed. Just go for physicals against Bargast.
Other than that, easy.
Yep. And of course, this track plays for pretty much every encounter here, except when you get on the elevator.
Oh yeah. And trust me, Isla and Chrono will be having a field day in this place alone.
Except for in Taisuri, where the Yellow Scouts, they got 8 HP increase. Quite the HP increase. Yeah, we're actually gonna need Luca for this one.
But sadly, she has no for there.
No, but she does have her other techniques.
True, but still. It's like a sandwich without the bread. That's the way I describe it when Luca does not have flair.
You're just pouting about it now.
No, I just like burning things. I can't help it.
Sorry, we're not pyromaniacs. We're not like Tatsuya Sudo.
Of course, of course.
Of course, people probably won't know who the hell he is.
Look up Persona 2, Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment. Because, yeah, Eternal Punishment, he's the second character to actually realize the connection between the two realities.
Yeah, anyway, scouters, so obviously use light attacks on them.
Of course, he went insane.
Ouch. Here's how tough the scouters are in Taisuri. They can take a Luminaire at full power and not get killed in one hit.
So it takes 2 hits then.
Yep.
Oh, fun! I love something that delays my rate of progress to a slow crawl.
Thanks, game. Or should I say thanks, hacker?
I've heard that all too often. You know what? Anytime that we refer to a hack, let's just say parallel worlds and move on. It makes me feel better because I'm sick of hearing about fucking hacks!
Sorry.
No offense, but... Anyway, that's neither here nor there, so let's focus on the murder of everyone in this palace.
Basically, the mages themselves, they're just so pathetically weak without the aid of other monsters. And we got a new sword for Crono, but it's weaker than the Swallow. So would you really trade +3 speed and exceptional attack power for a weaker blade? I didn't think so. Barker shield destroyed.
Just murder the damn thing.
I didn't even bother upgrading Luca's gun. Well, because she gets a better gun in here.
Was that hindsight, or was that just plain, I kind of missed this, but it just so happened there was something here?
Well, I didn't feel like buying a new gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the way, mages, if you didn't notice, they cast lock on you.
Oh, how fun!
Which, if you try to do a double check and it locks one of the people using for a double check, it cancels out both of your ATB bars.
And that means they have to restart, and you're going to readjust. Basically.
Yeah, that, and also have to deal with the fact that you'll eat a bunch of energy spheres.
Oh, fun!
Which are painful if you don't have proper physical defense.
Not fun,
There
considering.
you go. See, told ya, new gun for Luca. And it inflicts random chaos.
Yeah, Shockwave's actually a pretty handy gun. It's how should I put it? It's pretty much her second to third best gun, actually.
We'll be getting her ultimate weapon during this run. Oh, hidden weapon for Frog, the demon hit.
Ooh.
This one inflicts double damage on magical enemies.
And considering that all the enemies here are...
That helps a lot. Anyway, avoid hitting the squares. You don't want to go for the secret square.
Sonic Arrow, which will increase Marl's attack.
And it inflicts random slow.
That's even better.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like things that inflict slow without me having to cast it, since there's really no actual way of casting it, I don't think.
Yeah. Anyway,
kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the gold stud. And by the way, do not use different spells against different scouters. Otherwise, you have to match your spells with what they use, or at least what they are. If you use any magic except their element, they will counterattack.
And it could hurt decently?
Yes.
Frenzy!
KO. So short, use single target skills.
And use them on the appropriate color as they are.
Yeah, because I feel like it. I'm gonna waste 15 MP.
Okay.
No kill like overkill.
Normally you'd be using the opposite color element against those kind of things, but I guess this place is rather different on that.
It is. 851 points to still flare.
Duh.
Eh. You guys give it.
Okay, I admit it. I'm a whore for flair.
Let's see. Speed belt will do. Okay,
Not much.
I guess in order for her Mega Bomb to do some decent, effective stuff, I'll give her the gold stuff for the time being. Oof.
It's alright.
More mages, more thrashers. I don't care.
I don't care, I'll blow you all the fuck up!
Whee! Not enough. They counterattack with chaos. Using their variation of Twister.
You do not understand the true power that is chaos.
Of course I don't, Dr. Robotnik.
No one's called me that in years.
I still do.
You are insignificant.
Well, whatever. Whatever, egghead.
Nice counter.
Anyway,
you know, might as well just fight the ball.
yeah.
They're spinning right round, baby, right
Alright,
round.
let's do this. Delta Force!
This ain't a farce. This is a force of nature.
And for... Wow, it's enough.
It's rather meh. And rather draining, too.
Yeah.
Concern more practical double and triple tech.
Thrashers and Lashers.
I wonder what the difference between these bloody bastards are.
Well, lashers use knives, whereas thrashers use staves.
I thought they were using katanas.
No, they're using staves. As you can tell, they're using staves.
Yeah, but they have like shiny points at the end.
No, they don't. No, that's a blade on a stick.
Or it's more commonly called a spear.
Or a naginata.
Actually, the naginata would make sense, or at least a double-ended naginata. Okay, he's firing enemies out of his mace.
And that's actually one of the forms of Specchio.
Really?
Yeah, the red Omnicron.
And then, because of the power of Delta Force, Chuck Norris was summoned. And he destroyed them all.
He didn't even need to use a roundhouse kick.
He just looked at them.
He used the death glare.
The glare that has kicked many 90s and 80s villains' asses.
Oh, Massa. The Dreamstone has been passed down through the ages. A pendant and a knife were made. We embodied Melchior's dream sealed within the knife.
Gee, I wonder what the ruby knife really is.
Oh, we'll find out when we get down here. Oh boy, she's starting to lose it. But the Queen's not having any of this. Silence! Oy.
Oh yeah, Seal will have what it wants for eternity, alright?
All existence denied.
Which that more or less is its fate, because pretty much
they end up taking magic with them, pretty much ensuring that only monsters can use magic. But the potential still remains. It's just that no one else on the planet is able to use magic like that. And we use Luminaire, even though I'm going to risk a counter from the 2 blue scouts.
But we'll take out 3 of them, so
yeah,
that's kind of an understandable sacrifice.
And they absorb all the water.
I like the fact they tell you this.
Yep, Blue Scout fights all magic but water.
So that means it's Maul's turn.
Yep.
To ice 2 them all.
I think I know why they did not give her a level 3 spell. It's the fact that it would have made, with her magic stat and her versatility with healing, it would make her overpowered. As it paced it and make her overpowered already.
Yeah, no. Well, she's still kind of made of glass.
True, but I don't care.
I would still like it if she had a third, like, attack.
Yeah, but then what would she be rid of, huh? Antipo 2! Well, I don't know, I still say it was... Actually, I do say it was due to a balance. Wow, it's heavily resistant to magic.
But not against physical attacks.
But no, I think it was due to balance.
I would still like to attack something like called Glacier or something like that. That would have been...
Then again, what she lacks in offense, and it's, you know, on her own, she makes up for with double attacks. That's her true strength.
Then again, if you also want to go the other side of the coin, if you want versatility as well, Robo's pretty good at that.
Yeah, especially if you bump him up with your tabs.
Sure.
All right, we have to do this single target one at a time. Although weirdly, Red Scouts do not resist shadow magic. So we could use Antipode on them, and yet it still would mean that the other two scout classes could counter.
Yeah.
I think I Ice and then Fire 2.
Personally, you should edit this down.
Why?
Oh, okay, this fight alone.
No, this is a part of the game. Oh, at least I'm not like some people who refuse to edit anything.
True that, but I mean that one was kind of a little dull.
Well, then again, if you want dull, wait till we get to the Black Omen.
Oh God, no, no! Don't touch it!
Oh.
This is where I'd say Valken hit it.
Oh, look at that! They're all posing each other.
Huh.
Same formation too.
Well, at least there's just one of each. That's doable.
Yeah, and
Fire.
yeah, I know. It's just that just got an email from something.
Oh?
Hold on, I'm gonna go check that out. It's just nothing much happening. Basically, we're on our way to our boss fight.
On our way to the boss fight that stumped me.
Anyway, and another formation match.
Of course, I think it was slightly hard because the PS1 has kind of wonky times.
Let's see. What emails did I get? Oh, they're replies actually.
Ah. What you say?
You know how? Well, never mind. I'll mention it after this.
Okay.
It has to do with something I've been watching lately. I've just gotten replies from Bo about it.
Okay.
Anyway. Doo-doo.
Oh, this looks like it's very welcoming.
Yes. And good, there's a save point. Oh, an elixir. Now, there are many ways to cheap out this boss fight.
I hate this fucking boss.
Yeah. Luca, you're not gonna need the gold stud. Sorry.
Well, one strategy is, in general, is to have a bunch of people with fire-resistant armor.
While
But the problem...
Luca constantly casts fire too.
Or flare.
But the thing is, I don't really need it.
Though the other way is you could also have Chrono pretty much doing that role because his damage output's not... Because the attacks that they do with the electricity aren't that bad, actually.
Especially since we have Rainbow Helms to have the damage.
And they're very tolerable. However, you could pretty much...
Yeah?
You could pretty much set them into a pattern of basic... You know, they'll keep switching to the point they almost lose their ATB gauges for it.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
I guess that's how I figure it. I'm not saying it's definite. My words are not set in stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mara the speed belt even though she doesn't have a stud on her. They will take care of you. Come, Golem Twins!
I hate these guys.
Yeah.
They have a high physical damage output and their fireballs. Ah!
I talk about those energy spheres. And of course they lead off with Iron Orb.
Just like their master does.
Anyway, what you need to do is obviously lock them into using one element.
If I recall, can't they also change elements too?
They can, depending on what they're hit with. And it gave Crono the Rage Band so that he'll counter every one of their lightning attacks. And be sure to steal from them, they have magic tabs.
Ah!
No. No, I don't think so. Alright, next we haste Ayla.
Because if they're on physical or on fire, that could be bad.
See, with the Rainbow Helms, they only deal that much damage!
And Chrono did not like that, and since counters aren't, I guess they're on a different level than physicals, it don't count.
Well, the thing is, they only count when when you're the one actually delivering damage, not a counter.
Ah. So that's kind of a nice thing.
So yeah, it does have a counter. Pretty much allows you to get a free a hit in without changing their properties.
So the only problem with this is the fact that you don't have a gold stud on Chrono, but...
Then again, I got plenty of mid-ethers. And then again, I don't have a gold stud on Marl either.
Ah.
Let's see. I think tough call. I guess I'll just go for Luminaire. And then I'll heal that or haste, one of the two.
Ah.
See? You were worried about nothing.
Yeah, well, I would have been more worried if I was playing the...
No, not really. Now you have the right equipment.
True.
Seriously, lightning attacks make them... You do lightning attacks, which of course hurt for only roughly 50 damage.
Yeah, I know. Just... It's funny that I thought about the pattern, and then all of a sudden, that's the pattern that you end up doing.
Except with added counters.
Well, the gold stud would have probably been definitely helpful, so you wouldn't have to use the ether, but we got so many ethers up the ass anyway, so it don't matter.
Exactly. And no need to put haste on Crono, because, well, he's fast enough.
And I think it's about this time, yeah.
I'm not stupid. Lightning tech.
There we go. Now we could do another Blast of Luminaire. Then we'll have to use another mid-ether, though. Well, it looks like we'll have to use a Lapis soon.
No need. I can withstand it. I could just use cure spells.
Yeah.
I use cure spells and Ayla's Kiss.
Well, I'm thinking every time that you use the Luminaire, since that's like about a good 20 points, that's a mid-ether every time.
Oh, you know, Ayla's Kiss is only healing shy of 200 HP per use.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Blurb capito.
And we get twice. They learned well from their master.
See? Wasn't even a problem.
No.
Carl's level up. Take me the golden truth. This calls for the golden boss. What's this? I said the disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah. So he's gonna run like a little bitch.
I think Dalton's more concerned about his selfish desires as opposed to what Zeal wants.
Well, even so, we're still gonna be hating him in the future. Especially if you play the DS version.
Especially if you played Cross.
Oh, yes. And by the way, if you got any super powerful equipment on Chrono, now's the time to give him lesser grade equipment.
It's time for every female's favorite game, the Chrono Strip game.
Nah. So I don't mind giving him. Oh yeah. So, which means that we're probably gonna get rid. We should give him something different other than the Rage Band.
Maybe one of the weaker speed items, maybe, or
Most
one of the weaker.
Or do I actually? Oh wait, I guess I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna go without the Rage Band. I'm gonna revive Chrono anyway. Yeah. This is where Chrono pretty much meets his end, as it were.
And you wouldn't ever expect this either.
Yep.
Especially in an RPG where this is the main character.
Yep.
The main character.
This is probably a first. I can't recall a moment where the actual protagonist got killed.
I think the closest one that we had was I think the closest one that we had was in 7 or...
Sorry, this is a first for RPGs as a whole. Ooh!
Actually, not quite.
I could... This was the first, as far as I know.
Actually, Breath of Fire and Lufia did it. Because Lufia 1 starts off where Lufia 2 ends.
I know. Well, okay, then I guess I was mistaken.
Then we all... Oh! I got one way before this.
Huh?
Phantasy Star 4.
Well, I wouldn't have known because I never played them. Anyway, destruction reigns from the heavens! An extremely strong physical attack, and we've been wiped out.
Naturally. That was Super Lavos!
Your best chance to defeat him is... Oh, hi, Megas. Your best chance to defeat him is on New Game Plus. This is how you can get the developer's ending. If you defeat him in this form.
The other way is by taking him on at the very beginning by going into the right telepath. You know, this scene kind of reminds me of the scene in FF6 with Terra being abducted by Gestalt. Of how the characters all suddenly appear in this theater drama-like stage.
Speaking of which, that scene was misinterpreted in the English version.
Oh?
Should I explain it? Because otherwise it'd be spoilers for 6, which I'm also covering. His powers are being drained, but... The thing is, folks, Magus was born in this time period. You want to know what his relation to all this is? He is Janus. That's right. He vowed to defeat Lavos to avenge his then fallen sister. And one of the sad things is, Zeal has no idea who he really is.
Though there is a nice little... Well, there's a few subtle hints. One is one of the sprites of his hair that basically he shows.
Hold on. Even though they're on death's door, Frog is still thinking about killing Magus. So why don't you just shout says to run away, yelping in terror? I beg to differ. Well, we're at an odd angle, actually. Oh boy. Zap. Not sure what happens here, but more or less his soul got sucked.
Not his soul got sucked. His body got vaporized.
Like I said, what do you call that, huh? That was his soul being eaten. Because remember, Lavos is a parasite.
Or that could be something else. But we won't find out about that until another 2 or 3 parts.
Well, 2 parts. What? Okay, well, I don't know. It's just I never really know what that thing is.
I interpret it as the trigger.
Now, I still say he pretty much got his soul eaten. But, don't worry, we will get a chance to save him, since we are dealing with time travel, as it were.
Which is kind of ironic considering that.
Speaking of irony, we came to save Shala, and yet here she is saving us.
Once again. Sia Shala in Chrono Cross.
Yes, she does return. And she also returns in the more or less the 13th ending of Chrono Trigger DS, where you'll discover her fate.
Which leads indefinitely to Cross. And now it's time for the end of the Zeal Kingdom. Which oddly, that will be humanity's fate in 1999.
This is, again, a twist of irony. Using the power of Lavos, and yet it was the power of Lavos that became their downfall.
Your life as it has been is over. Your souls will service me. I imagine that Lavos is actually eating each and every one of their souls.
Well, maybe so. Uh-oh.
How?
A tidal wave! This wipes out the Earthbound village.
Too soon!
So,
hit the high ground!
Fortunately, there are survivors. Survivors from both the Earthbound village and from the kingdom. However, the enlightened ones are stripped of their magic.
And
thus there's no division between the enlightened and the Earthbound ones.
And I'm not sure if the enlightened actually decided to procreate with the Earthbound ones at all. Either that, or it was lost within the generations.
I don't know. If I don't think it was dormant, considering that we were able. Oh, look, there was an apostrophe in the wrong place.
Yeah.
No, I'd still say that the potential was still there. It's just no one was there to help trigger its awakening, except for Specchio.
Or at least somebody that would know something of that potential, like Melchior.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thing is, since the Skywave was open, people were able to evacuate in time. Some people. Oh, both of them got dragged in. History repeats itself. Well, Epoch? Oh, it's fine. The ship is quite sturdy and safe. It's almost as if it followed you here.
Convenient.
Marl. Thou hast lost thy friend for thine eyes. No words can comfort thee. And if you have her in a party, she gets the pendant back. Almost as if it were guarding you. Then again, maybe that was what that shining light was. Anyway, see you next time for when we wrap up 12,000 BC.